Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad to hear this Friday morning. As you see, we're coming to you from Studio B. We've got some special guests here in Studio B. And we'll get started with the weather, brought to us by Drew Pollard and his hard-working crew up here in Southport, taking care of our everyday air conditioning needs. Looking at a high today of 87, low of 73. Water temperature down to 85, dropped from 86 to 85. So everything's good as far as that end. Looks like a good weekend shaping up. Our river readings brought to us by Mountain Dew. Get out and do. The Appalachian Cold of Bluntstown is reading an even 10 foot. It still has a little bit of drop to it, and it's just according to how much rain it gets on up there as we look at it later. The Choctawhatchee Carabelle is reading a 7.7. It's got it pretty even. It didn't get quite as much as rain as we thought. That low pressure area stayed south of us, and it didn't get quite as much rain in that area. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Pretty decent tide today. We're talking about Saturday's tide is going to be good. High, it's going to be at 12:41. This morning was high, so it's going out till about 8:43 this morning, and then it's coming in the rest of the day. It's going to be aided by a wind north-northeast at 8. When I say 8, it's according to what side of the bay you're fishing on when the wind comes in. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back with our special guest. Welcome back, folks, and look who's with us this morning, Michael Harris.
Morning, Coach.
Good morning, my friend. Listen, we're so glad to have Michael on. He's been on before. He's almost like a regular on here. Most of y'all know him and the good things he does with his Seasons of Hope. And the new viewers and all, just basically tell folks how you got started with Seasons of Hope.
Back in around 2006, me and Daddy decided we wanted to just figure out a way to help some people. And we got with some other local people, some friends, and we figured out how can we help people. And so we contacted David Sullivan with Buckmasters. Mm-hmm. He's passed on now, but he helped us get started, and we helped him. He sent some kids, and that's the first kid we ever helped was the hog that you showed up with at the old
the old Sanders Feed and Seed.
Yeah, the old Sanders.
Somehow we just started the show, got hooked up, and we did that interview, and one of the early interviews we did, and that was an exciting time.
Mr. Bill's place, that's what it was.
Mr. Bill's, yep.
And it just went from there, and it grew. Then March 30th, 2009, I had 23 sheets of plywood fall on me, paralyzed. So took a little break, just a few months, and then, matter of fact, January 2010, I actually went on a hunt. So I was back. Yeah. Back hunting, and we've carried on since then. It's been, COVID's made it tough, but.
Well, it's been awesome being friends with Michael as he goes through the stages and all of it. But he just jumped right back in Season of Hope. And we've been on quite a few of your excursions on the buck hunts, the rabbit hunts, and the deer hunts up here. And you've all done a tremendous job.
Louisiana red fishing.
Louisiana red fishing tournament, and he just kept on going. A lot of people have an injury like this and just sort of have things just give up and all. Michael just started working harder. So I have a lot of admiration for Michael and Seasons of Hope. And of course, Braden is here. Braden's gonna come on a little bit later, and Braden just tremendous help to the dad and the program. So we got some things. There's a great history you have, but you're still looking toward the future.
Sure. Now we're focusing. We're still helping the kids that are terminally disabled. Now we're really mentoring kids.
Mentoring kids, and believe me, they're putting a lot of time and effort into it. And we've got a tournament coming up.
We do.
So tell us about this big tournament we have here.
September 18th, we're having a tournament at Sunjammers. Brad Stephen. Brad's been gracious. As you know, he's very generous and does a lot for the community. He goes above and beyond. We're going to have several categories, and
we've got a poster up here. Seasons of Hope Outdoors. They're inshore tournament, and it's going to be at Sunjammer, like you said, there in St. Andrews. Registration will be on Friday.
Yes, sir. Friday, and then
from 3 to 8.
From 3 to 6.
3 to 6. That's right.
Yeah, what we're doing, you can never guarantee a win tournament, but the closest thing is with the kayak. Mm-hmm. You get 3 entries. You get 3 raffle tickets for the kayak with the tournament, and you have to be an entry to buy additional tickets. So only people that enter the tournament, and can have raffle tickets for the kayak.
We're giving away this kayak here.
Yes, sir.
And how many tickets how much are the tickets?
$5 per ticket, but you have to enter to get everybody enters. So that's.
Yeah.
We're
But
trying
can
to do
people come up
something.
and buy tickets, or just people that enter?
Just people that enter.
Just people that enter tournaments.
We're going to have other raffle items.
Yeah, all kind of raffles, and the weigh-in's going to be from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
That's what you got here, and what a great opportunity to support Seasons of Hope, and I know now you got the kids categories and you got the biggest trout. So what are categories? Biggest trout.
Biggest trout and the aggregate too, since they have the new rule, between 15 and 19 inches, a combined weight of 2 trout.
Yeah. And the most spots on a redfish.
We're going to do 1 spot with that, and that's for adults too. But we're going to do 3 spots for that with kids, but for adults just 1.
Okay.
And then flounder. Then we're going to do the biggest mullet.
The biggest mullet.
The biggest mullet. 1 prize.
All right. So that's a good category there.
Right. It's $25 to enter, and it's $5 per category you want to enter. So you can pick and choose what you want to do.
You just can't get any more of a good cause than this, and all the people that help and all. So people that just want to come watch a weigh-in and all, they can buy raffle tickets or.
Oh yeah, yes sir. We're gonna have.
So that's people a lot of times ask me, how can we help if we don't fish a tournament? Well, this is how you help. You buy raffle tickets, and you may win.
Sure, and actually, there's some people that are entering the tournament just to get.
Just to get a chance at it.
Yeah, they are, and they're not even going to fish. They either can't fish or that's what they're going to do. And so we'll have some nice items for raffles.
Well, that's going to be good. So we got that. We got that coming up next weekend, and the registration from 3 to 6 at Sunjammer.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to be in town that weekend. We're going to be up there. We're going to video the weigh-in and interview the winners, and maybe some of you folks are just watching and all. It's just always an exciting time to be there.
Just come by and see us. It's good. It's outside, so now with things the way they are, it's outside, so it'll
safe.
be.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And Brad Stevens is always so good about helping.
Oh, absolutely. He goes above and beyond.
Yeah. We've got all kinds of tournaments coming up. Like I say, any kind of tournaments coming up, let us know. We'll talk about them and try to encourage you to support them and all. And what a great cause the Season of Hope is. What's after the tournament? What all you got coming up? You got hunt season coming up, and
hunt season coming up the 25th. The following weekend, we have the trash cleanup. That's something we're really big. We're big into community service.
This is a big deal. We always encourage people to do good things for your fellow man. And Michael, what they do, they 5 years y'all done this now?
Yes, sir. With the Southeastern Dog Hunter Association.
5th annual.
Yes, sir. It started with a few people, and it's really snowballed, turned into a big thing.
And you see, I've got a poster of it right here, and it's just. What just amazes me every year when you send pictures of the amount of trash that's picked up out of the national forest.
Yes, they pick up just trailer loads of stuff.
They're trailer loads of trash, and I marvel at how it makes me sick to my stomach how these outdoorsmen are throwing trash out there. And I don't get it.
Tires, couches.
Yeah. So then the hunters, the good hunters, they come along to clean it up. So Season of Hope has been really strong with that. Also. The Southeastern Dog Hunter Association.
Yes, sir, very much so. That's pretty much I would call our sister organization, because we do so much, more than just the Dog Hunter Association with kids. Mm-hmm. We do so much stuff together and getting kids involved in the outdoors, because that's where.
Yeah. And one thing too, it's a great opportunity to trailer your 4-wheeler out there.
Sure, we have ATV permits for that.
That's so important. You got permits to drive and just you take a kid along and ride them on those roads and everything.
The kids have the most fun. Like most of them, they ride around side by sides, and the kids jump out and they're laughing. They run, grab trash.
And subconsciously and consciously, they're learning to do something good.
Sure.
And I get a kick out of that. I appreciate y'all doing that. One of the things I've always been impressed with these dog hunters, I think out of all the classes, they're just a special class as far as making sure they take care of the woods.
Absolutely.
My family been dog hunters and all, and they just take care of the woods.
There's one guy that hunts with us, Daniel Wolf. He actually carries around a trash bag during hunting season. Mm-hmm. He'll pick up trash when he sees it during hunting season.
Yeah, well, that's good. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back with more stuff from Seasons of Hope. We'll be right back. Welcome back, and hoping you're having a good day. We're here with Michael Harris. And Michael, go ahead and we were talking about good things and all. We're talking about good things. We want to wish someone a happy birthday. I got a nice email. Could you please wish a very happy birthday to a very loyal watcher you have, David Spence. This is from Loretto. David Spence, I love you all my heart. So happy birthday, David. Thank you for watching Panhandle Outdoors.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Okay. So, you know, some of us are less fortunate than others, and some have bad breaks and all. I know a good fellow that Darby Gay. I've known Darby Gay since he was a young man, and actually he graduated and went my daughter's class, so I've known him a long time. Been in law enforcement. He's had some tough luck.
Yes, he is fighting brain cancer, and he's really in for the fight of his life. So but he still has a positive attitude, and they've been back and forth to Gainesville a lot. And part of our tournament is that we're going to give some funds to him to help with.
Okay, that's another reason for supporting this tournament this coming weekend, a week from now, because Darby Gay's family is going to receive some of those funds. So thank you for doing that.
Not only is he an avid outdoorsman, you know, he was a police officer, and he did a lot for our community through the work he did at the police department.
Yeah, he was. So again, a good cause. You know, you've been doing that since you've been a grown man, helping people on good causes. Now, we're talking about getting back to the dog hunters and all, the GPS collars and all. I remember when the first one came out. They were so heavy, the dogs, you know, they made a huge advance. So tell us about it. You know more about it than I do.
Well, sure. Yeah, the advancement of GPS collars now, you know, you can turn where before you had to have 10, 12 trucks. Yeah. You can hunt with 4 or 5, and you know where they're going, and the dogs are tone broke. You hit a button and they hear a beep, and they'll come out. You can. And there's not as near as many problems. The complaints are way down.
Yeah, that's been marvelous. I've watched how that developed over the year with technology and all that. You know, way back, you know, there's a lot of room out there, but way back, some of the dogs would get on people's property and they had to get upset, and you know, so it worked out now where.
And now the dog hunters are policing themselves. People like
they are.
Brad Wilnecker, Jimmy Coleman over in Blackwater, and people like that. They are really doing what they can. You know, Joseph Hall and the National Forest, and everybody's policing themselves now, like I said, because you have collars, so there's no excuse.
That's right. Okay, so one thing we're going to start wrapping up. I want Braden to come on too and tell us some fishing stories. But one of the things, getting back to young people, mentoring young people. That's one of those.
Yeah, it's key. It's so important to give them a different option of something to do. It's key to give them a different alternative and just to give them something to do, something to look forward to, because you hear them talk about fishing so much and watching, they just don't have the outlet to do it.
Yeah, and you're going to hook up with some of the schools and all that?
Yeah, we want to try to get into the schools. We want to get into just the schools, the youth programs.
Yeah, I was telling Michael during the break, I've mentioned it a couple times on the show, I'm going to keep preaching, you're going to hear this over and over again from me. The federal government is sending the school systems in America a bunch of money because of the pandemic and the mental wellness of the young people, which is good. And my goal and a lot of other people's goal is try to get some of this money funneled into the wellness part and getting kids doing outdoor things like the fishing, the camping, and that. We're working on it here, like all the counties work on it. You check on that. Because they get a lot of money, they can spread some of that money out to doing outdoor activities. So,
yeah, simple things. It's not complicated.
Just funding a field trip to the pier, or having a go out to a park or something. You know, so
the marina, just anything.
Yeah, just get the kids outdoors and all, do some things. So, okay, Michael, we're gonna start wrapping this segment up. I got to do a drawing. This is Friday, so we're gonna do a drawing, and. This is going to be for Los Angeles for $25. I ate there yesterday. Had two mahi tacos.
2 fish tacos,
yeah,
huh?
I did. All right, the winner, cat from Callaway, Mark Stafford. Mark, all right, he's still doing tile work. That's for $25 Los Angeles. The second one's going to be from Bluntstown, Marlene Young. All right, and now $20 gift certificate, Tarpon Dog. Had any good seafood lately? Y'all have been eating fish? Did Braden bring it in home?
He did.
Yeah, good deal.
Yeah, the other day we did.
Good. Tarpon Dog, $20 gift certificate from Ponce de Leon, Debbie Colmet, and the Big Red Snapper. It's going to be Braden Harris. Just kidding. From Cottondale, Jelena Barnes. So we got Callaway, Bluntstown, Ponce de Leon, and Cottondale.
Spread out.
We covered the Panhandle, cut through, covered Alabama.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Michael. And we're going to take a break, and we're going to get Braden to come on.
Sure.
Be right back,
Coach.
Welcome back, and now Braden Harris. Good morning, Braden.
Morning, Coach.
Glad to have you, buddy.
Good to be here.
All right, look, before we get back to Braden, I got a couple of things we got to take care of. One of them is the fishing game time today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers. We're looking at 226 to 426 this morning, and this afternoon 251 to 451. And also I have to show this picture, and this is a cool one. Let me read it to you first. Our granddaughter Brianna came home from the Army this past weekend for Labor Day, and she couldn't wait to go fishing. She and her dad Jason landed this big catfish at Lake Oconee, Georgia. Check out that catfish, folks. Braden, that's a pretty big fish, isn't it?
That's a pretty big catfish there.
Well, thank you so much for sharing this with us and sending it to us, and we're glad to put it on and appreciate her serving in the Army. So thank you, Betty Brown.
Thank you very much for your service.
Yes, we appreciate it. All right, we got and what I'm thinking of, because I forget it, on Monday's show now will be the video from our scalloping. Spent a few days down there, and with some friends and all, just had a wonderful time. So Friday, well, we went down there, but back and forth, but spent 3 or 4 days scalloping. So Gail just put all this video together for 3 or 4 days. It's going to be on Monday's show, so be sure and tune in on Monday to watch that exciting video with our scalloping buddies. What have you been up to?
A lot of work and a lot of school.
Back in school. You're a senior now.
Yes, sir.
At North Bay Haven?
Yes, sir.
But have you been able to squeeze into fishing then?
Been trying to as much as I can.
Yeah, always.
This weekend we the Emerald Coast Redfish tournament's out of Navarre, and me and my partner Trevor are going to be fishing that. And of course, next weekend we'll have the Seasons of Hope tournament. That's going to be a lot of fun. I look forward to that every year.
Yes.
And another thing we forgot to mention about the prizes for trout specifically. First place is going to get a pair of glasses valued at $250, along with a custom-made T-shirt that says "First Place Trout" on the side, with Salty Swagger and all that good stuff on it. And I think that's it.
That's good. So you're going to be there. Of course, you'll be helping on the way in. You're going to fish it. Who are you fishing with?
I'm not too sure who I'm fishing with yet. I haven't really made much of a plan yet. I'm really just gonna wing it. And
well, you do one thing, and you know this as young as you are, but experience. You have a lot of experiences. A lot of times you just gonna base it on the weather too.
Yeah, that's really, I hadn't really looked at a lot. Of the tides is really what'll make my decision, on the wind, of course. But either way, it'll be a good time fishing, and I'll be there at the weigh-in helping, and it's always a good time.
And on Friday we do our famous Friday fishing forecast, and we sort of nailed it last week. Of course, I don't have Google Earth here at Studio B, but on this weekend's fishing, this past week now, I was amazed at the fish. There were some fine fish caught this past week, redfish and trout.
I have seen several good fish caught this week. We caught a couple good fish Sunday afternoon. It's been great tides and great weather. Other than the rain the past few days.
We got through with the last few days now, so luckily all the rain came during the week, and all this weekend looks good. And as far as fishing forecasts, again, I'll recommend trout are going to be strong, and the redfish are going to be strong.
Absolutely.
And the surf fishing, Brock Meyer sent me some pictures of surf fishing, and it really cleared up, and he had one of the best days he ever had. He fishes almost every day, so September, water temperature is going down, and the days a little bit shorter. There's going to be some fresh water though in some of the spots.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of fresh water. We've dealt with that a lot this summer. A lot of rain. We've had a lot of fresh water in our bays, but that really makes for a really good topwater bite with that dark water. I love throwing topwater in dark water, and they still eat it when it's dark water. They find a way to see it. It's loud. They can key in on that and eat it.
Any of your buddies been doing much bass fishing? You talked to many of them?
I hadn't talked to many bass guys lately.
They're still doing the Tuesday night tournaments and all?
Yeah, Will's still doing the Tuesday night tournaments. This Saturday as well, Will's doing the Scenes of Hope bass tournament out at Deer Point, and that
this
should be
Saturday or
good. This
next-
Saturday, September 11th.
Okay, good deal.
So,
So check with Will Nelson to be at Deer
Yep.
Point Lake.
yep, that
Good
Deer
deal.
Point.
Good deal. We got this weekend. You fishing your tournament this weekend.
Yep, I'm fishing out
of Navarre?
out of Navarre this weekend.
Now, what do you fish over there? You just go different places? That's
It
a
really
challenge.
depends on the time of the year. It's a lot different from over here. You know, you got Pensacola Bay over there, kind of in range to run. It's a little far, but in Navarre you've got a lot of water that you typically see kind of around, you know, around the island, around Redfish Point and stuff. A lot of thin grass, clear water, and it typically presents many challenges over there for us. There's
You
a
tried
lot of fish over there though.
And who are you fishing with?
Trevor Taylor.
Well, the two of y'all, if anybody's gonna catch them redfish, two of y'all will catch them.
We hope so.
I know. Do y'all try to go top water? Y'all just mix it up, don't you?
It really depends. Very rarely will you see us throw top water in a tournament. I remember last year out of Pensacola, we actually did catch some of our fish on top water. But very rarely will you see us do that. We like throwing spoons a lot. We like seeing our fish and catching them. But I'd say our number one bait's a spoon.
Yeah. And I know y'all send me some pictures. We'll put them on next week and wish y'all good luck and all. About running out of time. If we left out anything now, we just want to get covered. We got about. You covered everything? Your dad left out? Or?
Just about. North Bay Haven is doing a fishing club for K through 12. It's a good deal.
Yeah. Yeah, we've
lot
covered
of-
that, and we're going to cover some more. We're going to get out there and interview some of the folks and all doing it.
Yep.
We're so excited about North Bay Haven doing that.
Some of the information's on North Bay Haven's Facebook page. It's available to Bay Haven too, and hopefully some more schools coming soon.
Okay. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you,
Good luck
Coach.
this weekend.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to see you next weekend, too.
Yes, sir.
We'll be fishing. He's a fishing fanatic. Y'all do something good today for fellow man. Have a great weekend, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.